Yeah, if you guys don't mind moving over a little.
Any volunteer light a candle? Anyone else? Just press this one only. Only the one. One more candle. Yeah. Just press only this one. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Dear spiritual friends, before we start our meditation, let us do our regular chanting. Please turn to page number 5 of your chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
The three refuges.
Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranam gacchami.
Next page. 5 precepts.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Adinādana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Kamesu micchācara veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Musāvāda veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. සුරාමේරය මජ්ජ පමාදන්තානා වේරමණී සික්ඛාපදං සමාදියාමි.
The opposite page. Affirmative vows based on 5 precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha.
ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්ම සාරති සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති.
Homage to the Dhamma.
ස්වාංකාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහි පස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ පච්චත්තං වේදිතම්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝහිති.
Homage to the Sangha.
සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ඥායපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අන්ත පුරිස පුංගලා යේස භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණීයෝ අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤං කෙත්තං ලෝකසංසාති. සාදු සාදු.
Next page. Offerings. Offering of light.
ඝනසාරම්පදිත්තේන දීපේන තමතං සේනා තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමෝනුදං.
Offering of incense.
ගන්ධ සම්භාර යුත්තේන දූපේනහං සුගන්ධිනා පූජයේ පූජනීයං තං පූජා භාජන මුත්තමං.
Offering of flowers.
වන්නගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්තතින් පූජයාමි මුනින්දස්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ලබාමි මොක්ඛං පුම්පං මිලායාති යතා ඉදං මේ කායෝ තථායාති විනාශ භාවං.
Offering of water.
ආදිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ පානීයං පරිකම්පිතං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Offering of drinks.
ආදිවාසේතු නොබන්තේ ගිලාන පංචයං ඉමං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම.
Worship of shrines.
වන්දාමි චේතියං සම්බං සම්බඨානේ සුපතිත්ථිතං සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං සදා. සාදු සාදු.
Next page. Wish of well-being.
ඉච්ඡේව මච්ඡං නමස්ස නමස්ස මානෝ රතනන්ත යං පුඤ්ඤාමි සම්දං විපුලං අලත්තං තස්සානුභාවේ හදන්ත
Reflections on the teaching of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wind that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks so acts with a low mind, happiness follows like one stone's shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like the engine in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as they spin through the drops of silver. For one who mindful develops boundless loving kindness, mental refinements are weakened, and the freedom from pain is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Let us all together do this practice. It's nice to have a room full of people so we can support each other. This is a special way of helping by being silent and helping by doing our own practice that will help support others' practice too. So let us make this about 40 minutes practice, and we will do our loving kindness meditation followed by meditation on breathing. And take a moment to rejoice this moment that whatever training that we are going to do right now is going to benefit us in long run in our life, and whatever skills we are training now is going to benefit so many other people, so many other beings that may cross our paths. So this practice you are doing is not only for yourself, but for the benefit of all living beings. So rejoice this moment that we are training our mind and growing the goodness in our mind. With that, rejoice. Make a determination that I will engage in the committed practice. I will follow this guidance and I will use this wholesome space. I will use this wholesome gathering. And with the support of all these things, I will engage in a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, listen to the sound of the bell and the chant and help yourself to come to this body. Throughout the bell and the chant, try to feel your body, wherever it is touching now, wherever you feel pressed muscles, wherever you feel your clothes, and try to feel them all throughout the bell and the chant.
Dear spiritual friends, take a moment to listen to your mind. You can still hear the sound of chanting resounding in your mind. Namo Buddhaya. The chanting is resounding in your mind. With that soothing sound of chanting, let's settle down right here, adjusting the body into a comfortable meditative posture. Be right here. Try to keep your upper body somewhat upright and chin somewhat parallel to the floor. Both palms are resting on your lap. Right palm on the top of left palm. Try to keep both thumbs touching each other. And better, you can keep your both eyes closed gently. This is your meditative posture. Try to keep this motionless posture during the meditation. Meanwhile, the meditation, if you feel you want to change or move, do it slowly and mindfully. Now, take a moment to feel your body, how you are keeping your body in this sitting posture. Where you can feel more closely in your body. Feel the entire body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. From the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers. Feel the entire body and relax. Relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. Shift your awareness into each and every parts of the body. Feel your feet, lower legs, upper legs, belly muscles, chest muscles, back muscles, and relax. Feel your entire chest area, both shoulders, and relax. Take a deep breath slowly. Hold it for a while and slowly breathe out. Feel the relaxation of your upper body. Feel upper arms, lower arms, palms, fingers, and fingertips. Feel the neck area. You can feel the weight of the head on your neck. You are keeping your neck straight. Feel the facial muscles and relax. Relax your facial muscles. You can just invite a gentle smile into your face and feel how your facial muscles are relaxing. Feel the forehead. If you feel any pressure, any pain, any ache, just drop down them and relax. Relax the entire body. Be with your body. You are relaxed now. Now it's time to observe your mind, your present mind. Find out where your mind is right now and observe what is really happening in your mind. What is going on in your mind right now? Thoughts. That's it. Various types of thoughts are occurring in your mind, one after the other. Observe all these thoughts. Notice all these thoughts. Mindfully observing, notice all the thoughts. You may have pleasant thoughts or unpleasant thoughts, wholesome or unwholesome thoughts. No matter what they are, just let them occur. Mindfully observe and notice them without any judgment or cultivation of any of these thoughts. Observe mindfully. Notice them. Whether they are related to past or future or present. Thoughts, thoughts, thoughts. Observing and noticing the thoughts which are occurring in your own mind, you understand the nature of your mind. You understand how the thoughts occur in your mind. That is your natural mind. That is how your mind functions naturally. But now you are observing your mind. You are with your mind. With that understanding, now you can generate whatever thought that you wish to cultivate in your mind. A wholesome thought. Purposefully you can generate positive thoughts, wholesome thoughts. In this meditation, we are cultivating the thoughts of loving kindness, loving friendliness, the universal friendliness, genuine wishes of well-being to everyone else, loving kindness. What a beautiful thought you can cultivate in your mind as a human being. To understand the nature of the loving kindness, just imagine a beautiful baby is in front of you having a nice smile. Or just imagine a beautiful flower that you love, a pet. What kind of thoughts may occur in your mind? That That is love. That is compassion. Such a wholesome thought now you are going to cultivate in your mind. To all beings, wishing everyone else to be well, to be happy, to be peaceful, to cultivate boundless loving kindness in your mind. You have that potential. You have that capacity in your mind. Trust yourself. Be right here. The guidance will help you to cultivate loving kindness. Mindfully listen to the guidance. Repeat them in your mind. Cultivate loving kindness for yourself first. Start from yourself. Think about yourself, your body, your mind, your life. Feel yourself, the person sitting right here. This being deserves loving kindness. Genuinely extend the wishes of loving kindness for yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I be safe. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May my mind be well. Be healthy. Be healed. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. Generate loving kindness and radiate throughout your body. Feel in the entire body. Radiate your loving kindness into each and every parts of the body, into all the systems and internal functions of the body. Deeply appreciate the support of all these functions, the organs, the systems of your body. Even in this moment, they are functioning for you. Appreciating that support, radiate loving kindness from the skin to the internal organ. May the skin, the muscles, the bones of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate your loving kindness into all the systems in your body. The respiratory system, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, the genitourinary system, the nervous systems, they are functioning for you. And also the sensory organs, the brain. Feel the entire body and fill your body with loving kindness. May my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. May I have a healthy body. Feel your body. Observe your mind. You are full of loving kindness. Genuinely, you made wishes of loving kindness for yourself. Now, it's time to expand your loving kindness beyond yourself. The same wishes you made for you to everyone else, without exception, to all beings. The loving kindness you are generating is boundless, no limits. Let's start from here. Share your loving kindness with these friends who are sitting, who are practicing this meditation. As spiritual friends, let's feel the loving kindness of other friends. May all these spiritual friends who are practicing this meditation with me be well, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May all these friends be safe, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Extend your wishes of loving kindness to the beloved ones in your life. Think about your family members, relatives, friends, neighbors, co-workers, anyone else in your life. Extend your genuine wishes of loving kindness for them. May all of them be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. Let's expand our loving kindness beyond the circle of the beloved ones. Not only for human beings, there are so many other beings in this world, in this universe. Visible ones, invisible ones. The beings living near or far away places. Genuinely extend your wishes of loving kindness for all beings. May all beings be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. There are so many beings who are suffering due to many conditions, even in this neighborhood, in neighboring neighborhoods, in this city, in this country, in this world. There are so many kids, so many animals, so many creatures who deserves your loving kindness. You can expand your loving kindness into every direction, into the direction of the front. Extend your wishes of loving kindness to the direction of the back. left, right, above, and below. May all beings who are living in every direction be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. May all beings be safe, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. Repeat it in your mind for a few times. Generate loving kindness and extend them for all beings. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. You are generating loving kindness, being in this present moment right here. Now observe your mind. Your mind is peaceful with loving kindness. You are also relaxed. With your peaceful mind and relaxed body. Now, you can start to practice breathing meditation. The next few minutes, as a silent meditation, you are going to practice the meditation on breath, keeping your upper body upright. If you have changed your posture, it helps you for a better meditation. Try to keep your awareness in between your upper lip and nostrils. Feel the area in between your upper lip and nostrils. Taking a deep breath, You can easily, more closely feel how you are breathing in and breathing out. Take few deep, slow breaths, holding it for a while. Slowly breathe out. Feel the relaxation of the body, or any changes happening in your body. When you come back to your natural breath, be with that breath. Mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out until you hear the sound of the bell. Be with your breath. different other thoughts may occur in your mind. Observe them as you did earlier, observing, come back to your breath. In these last few minutes, make your full effort to be with the breath. Take 5 breaths mindfully. දුක්ඛප්පත්තාච නිදුක්ඛා භයප්පත්තාච සෝකප්පත්තාච නිස්සෝකා හොන්තු සබ්බේපි පානිනු. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let's take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have this peaceful meditation in our life. And let's deeply feel grateful to all the enlightened masters and the teachers in the past who transmitted this practice, this wisdom from generation to generation. And also you can appreciate the guidance, the instructions you received for this meditation today. Let's deeply feel grateful to anyone else who helped us to practice this meditation comfortably and peacefully, who cleaned and arranged this center for you, this place for you, who are taking care of this place, this center for you. Let's deeply feel grateful for them. And also these non-living things we are using for our meditation. The cushion, the chair you are sitting on, this bell, the devices, all the things that we are using. Let's appreciate the support. Deeply feeling gratitude and appreciating the support. Let's say sadhu 3 times together to conclude our meditation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
It was very peaceful meditation. Anyone would like to share your experience in meditation? Yes.
I had a lot of pressure in the left temple, and it felt kind of circular. I was trying to escape through my ear.
I mean, you start to feel that during the meditation.
It's happened multiple times now.
So before meditation, you didn't have that, and then in the meditation, you start to feel that. Only one side? sometimes certain, tightness of the muscles and things are already there, but we become aware of them when our mind is sharp and very observant. So that could be one explanation. Anyone else have any other explanation? Maybe those are the common experience that we go through. And sometimes when that other way that we feel the body through the meditation, when we start with the body awareness and we start to feel the basic outline of the body, and then we feel the whole, the field of our sensation, and we kind of locked in that body, So it's kind of settled, and you tend to stay in the meditation without moving around. And I also used to feel, whenever my mind is calm, I tend to feel, some tightness in my neck. And so what I realized later that actually those muscles are already tense. I don't really feel it in a normal time. And when I really meditate, I start to feel it. So doing some massage and exercises help me to realize that. Yeah. Any other sharing thoughts? So were you sending loving kindness to a baby? Definitely, So, and I remember, in one Dhamma talk, when a meditation teacher was giving, teaching, and there was a question from the audience and asking, at what age is most suitable to teach meditation? What age will be the most suitable age, for a child to learn meditation? And the meditation teacher answered that from the womb.
She was moving around a lot when you were chanting. She could hear, so.
Yeah. Because whatever this loving kindness thoughts, these calm thoughts we are generating is really influencing her. So this is the good time to teach. And whatever good thing you want to teach is already under your control. So whatever good thing you want to teach, this is the best time. Yeah. And any other thing that we hear or listen, or even conversation we are having, all she's listening to everything. Okay, let's come to our discussion. And as you know that during this 3 months period, this is a special period, what you call Vasthana period, from July full moon to October full moon. We are in a special period. We are supposed to have some extra practice, more committed practice during this time. So as a part of that, we have been giving challenges in each week. The last week's challenge. The theme of the last week was learning the Dhamma. As a part of that, I gave you a challenge to memorize one of the verses, one of the 6 verses that I send you. Okay, so anyone who did the assignment? Anyone? You just have to select one and ask you to memorize. Yes. Would you like to share?
Sure.
Yes.
It was 204.
Okay.
Health is the greatest gift. Contentment is the greatest wealth. A trusted person is the best kin. And liberation is the greatest bliss.
Yes. Great. Thank you. I'm so glad. That could be our life philosophy. The health is the greatest gift, and the contentment is the greatest happiness. And then the trustworthy person is the best of kings, and the liberation is the greatest bliss. Yeah. So it starts with physical health, and then moving into mental, contentment, and then also covering the social, the relationship, and going to the liberation. It covers the whole life philosophy.
Spiritual.
Yeah. Bhante, as appreciation to Jim, would you mind chanting that verse in Pali?
The original one, right?
Yeah, original one. Yeah.
The 4 lines, okay.
Yes. Because we memorize all these verses when we were small children and all in our head.
Arogye Paramalabha Santutti Paramang Dhanang Visnsas Paramanyati Nibbanang Paramang Sukhang.
Thank you, Bhante. That is sounds in original language. So if anyone says, we will say in Pali. So anyone, any other verse? Anyone memorize? Yes, which one?
I did, I forget the number, but
But yeah.
I did, though you might conquer in battle
Yeah.
1,000 times 1,000 men, you are the greatest battle winner if you conquer just one yourself.
Great. Yes, very good. Yeah. Yes, we're tired of you. You're Sahasang Sahasena Sangami Mamaseja. Yeah, I will chant for you. Just came to mind now. Yo Sahasang Sahasena Sangami Manusejini Ekancha Jaya Attanang Save Sangama Juttamo. I remember how we, go to our masters and, put our palms and without looking at the book. Yes. Yeah. Something glad to read anything. Yeah. I think, anyone else? Oh, okay.
Since, the wind cannot shake the mountain, neither can praise nor blame move the wise man.
Very good. Selam. Apa ini? Selo yata ekagano vata selo yata ekagano vata ena samirati evan pasansatu na samijan pandita. I don't know what to get. Okay, I'll say that. Yeah, let's chant together. Yeah. Selo yata ekagano vatena samirati evaṃ nindā pasansātu na samijjanti pandita. So ninda, pasansa. Ninda means blames, pasansa means praise. So just like, the wise person will not be moved with the winds of praises or blames, just like a solid rock, a mountain. Yeah. Okay. So I think let's move to the. I'm glad, so I'm so glad because whatever you memorize is kind of within you. So whenever you encounter any situation, when you're in need of inspiration or any need of guidance, you remember these verses when you memorize them. That is how it has helped us. And even when you are in a situation, we somehow appropriate words will pop up. That will be the guidance. If someone asks some guidance, and then this will pop up. So it's like within you. So that's great. Not in the books, within you. And And so, okay, so this week our theme is moderate consumption. Moderate consumption. That's the theme, and that is the theme that we want to focus to practice this during this week. Moderate consumption. So, as living beings, as human beings, we consume to live. We need to fulfill our basic needs. We consume through our five senses. Mainly, we consume with our mouth, but we also consume with our eye, ear, nose, of course, tongue, and then also body. And also, we also consume information. So the mindful consumption is a part of our spiritual practice, and Buddha has emphasized quite a lot on this aspect of mindful consumption, and mainly what you call moderate consumption. So that's the theme. That's the practice we want to focus on this week. When we think about there's a level of consumption that is necessary, that is required, to fulfill the basic needs, and then beyond that there are so many other consumptions that are not necessary, but not only necessary, but can also be unhealthy. So that is why Buddha really emphasized us to have the moderate consumption, and of course particularly in modern culture, and level of consumption of human beings is the highest rates in its history. Don't you think so? Yeah. Because we consume quite a bit, at this current pace, current age, and this is the century that human beings are consuming more resources than ever. And of course, there are now concerns about whether Earth has enough resources to maintain this rate of consumption of human beings. And human beings are we becoming like plague to the Earth? Because we consume so much. Can the Earth hold us to this level of consumption? And so that's something we have to think about. On the other hand, I think when it comes to consumption, there are two things we have to pay attention. One is what we consume. The second is the level of consumption. So when we consume so many things, but we can divide what we consume into two categories. Mainly the things that will nourish us. We consume things that will nourish us. For example, if you eat good food, that will nourish you. And there are also certain things we can see, we can watch that will nourish us. There are certain things we can listen, hear that will nourish us. In the same way, there are certain things we can think about, ponder about that will nourish us. But at the same time, we also have the opposite. What do you call them? Opposite to nourishment. Toxins. Yeah, intoxicate and toxic. So there are also things that we consume that are not nourishing but toxic. Could be food, could be visual forms, could be sounds, could be information, could be social media content, whatever. So there are toxic consumption. So we really have to think, just like we have to really pay attention what we put into our mouth. Whatever we consume eventually make us. Whatever we consume become part of us, right? So Buddha has a lot of teachings on what we consume through our mouth, but he has also talked about other senses. So therefore, that's something we have to think about, exactly what we consume. So we have to make conscious decision. Just because they are around us doesn't mean that we have to consume them. Just because the food is around you doesn't mean that you have to eat everything, right? And then just because there are news channels doesn't mean they have to watch every channel, right? And just because there are social media and many sources of information around you doesn't mean that you have to watch everything. definitely we have to be responsible, informed citizen. But sometimes we consume them not as a way of becoming informed, but maybe it's a form of indulgence, right? So therefore, we have to be mindful of that. And the other one is the level of consumption. Even the good things, there have to be a level. Even like the nourishing food, if you eat too much, it's still there's an issue, right? So that second one is level of consumption, and Buddha really admired the moderate consumption and really thinking what we really need. And for monks particularly, whenever we eat, and the advice from the Buddha is to before we eat, we have to bring mindfulness in us. We have to measure. We have to measure the bodily needs. We have to measure the level of hunger. Am I hungry for 2 plates, or 3 plates, or 1 plate, or half a plate? Because at different times we have different levels of hunger. So just because we have a plate of plates, maybe just because we have 2 burgers in your refrigerator, doesn't mean that you have to eat both. Right? And so you have to first check our body and be mindful, how hungry I am. Right? So, and then based on that, we will, if we are supposed to eat that amount. And also mindful eating also will help us to, maintain your moderate consumption.
And to Bhante, to stop eating, not to become full.
Exactly. That's the other advice Buddha has given. First, we have to measure how much we want to eat, like how hungry I am, and then you start eating. But the one advice is, don't eat until you feel full, and stop few mouthful before that, and then instead drink something for health, health. And yeah, I think later I realized the scientific reason for that. When we read that, the what Buddha has said, don't eat until you feel, and stop it before you feel full and drink water instead. But I later realized that actually, how you feel that we are enough is the brain signals to us. Okay, now we have full enough. So how the brain get this, signal? We have doctors here can help us. Is because when our stomach has enough food, it start to convert carbs, other things into glucose, and then it will send a message to brain that it's enough. But somehow the communication between gut and the brain has little delay. So it's better you stop before you feel, because after a few minutes you will feel filled. But if you keep eating until you feel full, you already passed your limit. There's a delay somehow, how the stomach will send message to the brain. So I found the Buddha's advice is very, very, scientific and very useful.
That is why until that message goes to the brain, we keep eating.
Yes, until then, yeah. And it already, yeah, because of the delay, we usually overeat. Yeah. Anyway, so I think the issue here is actually not only about health, but I think we consume to survive, but also we consume to be happy. We consume to be happy, So the point we have to ask: are we really happy? Are we? Is consumption? Does consumption bring us happiness truly? That's the question we have to ask. We have to exploit. We have to use so many resources of the earth and of the other people to consume. But does that consumption bring us true happiness? That is the question we have to ask. I think, and then maybe I will share one important teachings from the Buddha in the discourse of Buddha talks about living in suffering, or dukkha vihara. The person who's living in suffering has this characteristic. They say that when a person has 2 qualities, they live unhappily in this very life, with distress, anguish, and fear. And then he said that they also continue that unhappiness beyond the death too. What are two? Not guarding the sense doors, not guarding senses, and eating too much. These are the two factors that make us unhappy. Not guarding our senses and eating too much. When a person has these two qualities, they live unhappily in this very life, and also the life after. The eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, likewise the mind. A person who leaves these sense doors unguarded and immoderate in eating, sense faculties unrestrained, reaps suffering both physical and mental. Burning in body, burning in mind, by day and night, such a person lives in suffering. So if we have unguarded senses and just keep consuming without limit, doesn't mean that we are happy. I think I think one way we use consumption these days particularly, whenever we feel discomfort, whenever we feel uncomfortable or something that is pain, as a way of distracting ourselves from that, we will go and indulge something. Think about a moment that when you feel like opening your refrigerator. I mean, I'm not against eating or keep eating. And when you feel like switching on your TV, and when you feel like taking your phone and scroll through Facebook, when you usually we do it when we feel maybe sometimes boredom, sometimes some discomfort, uncomfort. So rather than actually looking and watching and understanding what is really happening, we use consumption or indulgence as a way of distracting ourselves. So we keep distracting ourselves, indulging, keep doing it without really addressing what is really here. We have been avoiding, distracting. And in that whole process, we are not even we are getting unhealthy, and also not really bringing us, the solution. Is simply avoiding. So I think that's why we need to really pay attention to this moderate consumption. And remember that, when you feel like indulging something, and maybe just observe what is the pain and suffering that I'm trying to avoid here. Just think about that. And maybe loneliness, maybe boredom. Is there any other way that we can address it, or we can get rid of that instead of indulging or consuming? We have to ask, is there any other way? Maybe calling someone, maybe just going out to the garden and looking at a flower, right? And just feel the breeze. Just make a walk. You doesn't have to eat a cookie. You just go out and just walk. Right? Maybe I'm just we have to think about alternative ways to get rid of this loneliness, this discomfort, and instead of indulging, can there any other healthy ways that we can deal with this? Then Buddha, right after that, he give another discourse, living in happiness. When a person has two qualities, they live happily in this very life without distress, anguish, and fever, and also life after. What are these two? Guarding sense doors and moderation in eating. When a person has these two qualities, they live happily in this very life and hereafter. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and likewise the mind. A person who makes these sense doors well guarded, eating in moderation, restrained in the sense faculties, reaps happiness both physical and mental. Not burning in body, not burning in mind, by day or by night, such a person lives in happiness. So true happiness comes not necessarily through consumption, but moderate consumption, but through the guarding of the senses. And the kind of joy that we're experiencing in meditation is interesting, right? So usually we associate our happiness with some kind of indulgence, some kind of consumption, right? We have to go watch something beautiful, smell something, taste something. But in the meditation, we are experiencing whole different kind of peace or joy by not really indulging anything. We close our eyes, there's nothing to indulge, but by retrieving, and we kind of become free from constant stimulations, constant bombardment of these stimulants, and we experience kind of freedom, kind of break, and then there we experience a whole different kind of joy. So therefore, this is something important to remember, that we need to consume, definitely, and we need to pay attention to what we consume, and also the level of consumption. And also remember that consumption does not necessarily bring us happiness, although we think it is, but it's not bringing. We are simply avoiding whatever discomfort and not really addressing it, and observing it. So any thoughts or comments on that? Yes.
What was the Buddhist proverb you emailed us? It was very short, and I forgot it already. Something is a feast.
Oh, yes.
What is that?
Enough is feast.
Enough is a
feast. Enough is a feast.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when I think of mindfully eating or consuming, I think a lot about like the sensual pleasures associated with that. Like if you're trying to be present with your meal or drink your pasta, like you're thinking about it from this kind of enjoyment of it as like an externality, which sounds a little counterintuitive.
Yes.
Typical Buddhist
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm curious kind of.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a little bit watered down, mindful eating. Like maybe just to get people to like eat mindful and enjoy the meal. But the real mindful eating involved is really paying attention to the taste, that is, and because usually whenever we eat, we don't really pay attention to what we eat. We think about something else, and keep shoveling and shoveling and shoveling. Right? But real mindful eating, we take a moment to feel grateful of whatever food in front of us, and how many people have been involved in that food, right? And in the modern day, we never know where this food is coming from. So we take a moment to think about from farmers who have transported them, who have cooked them, who have put a lot of their time, and we take a moment to be grateful. And when you're deeply grateful that all the hundreds of people have contributed their labor, their time, their care. They have to put care to grow and to cultivate, even cook. So, and I'm experiencing the benefit of such great care. And when you feel that gratitude, even before you eat, you're already happy. Right? And then you eat with mindfulness, paying attention to the real texture of the sensation, everything. But the original use of mindfulness is to watch the mind, how we generate craving, or even like resentments to certain tastes, how we make those divisions. You can't simply watching, not simply. You can really enjoy a little bit, but mainly we watch, how our mind is playing this, drama, it's wishing more and rejecting others. So you watch it, but you try to maintain equanimity. That will be the real practice. Yeah. But to start, maybe you enjoy, but you have to go into deep. Okay, then are you ready for your this week challenge? Yeah. This week's challenge is going to be two things. Actually, maybe in general, you can evaluate the amount of things that you consume with your senses. Just take a moment to evaluate, reflect, and evaluate things you consume with your senses, and recognize toxic and unnecessary consumptions, and make an effort to reduce them. So think about, how many maybe, things that you consume. It could be news sources, could be, social media, could be, other senses, and think about which are not necessary and which may be toxic, and purposely try to reduce them in general. But the real challenge that you have to do within the next 7 days. Make an effort to refrain from a food or a drink that may not be necessary or healthy for you. That is something you can do, right? just for 1 week. Just for 1 week. Just for 1 week. Just,
that pie I baked last night.
just think about an item, something that you drink or eat. We have to think about other consumption too, because I think the eating is not a big issue, but other consumption is really giving us so much suffering. But as a way of training, as a way of guarding our sense of developing this ability, so select a food or a drink that you usually drink, which is not necessary, and also not necessarily healthy, and try to be away from it for 1 week. Okay. Okay, so that's your challenge. So try your best and share with us next week. After that, you can eat. just 1 week experience that.
This is like a mini version of Lent,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Actually, we call it Buddhist Lent.
Yeah.
Buddhist
One week
Lent.
I can do.
Yeah. And also overall think about this general amount, level of consumption, and evaluate the amounts of things we consume, because the more if we can reduce our consumption, we become less burdensome to this earth. Think about that, and the more we consume, more we put burden on this earth ultimately, right? So if you try to reduce the amount of your consumption, it will not be good for companies, but it will be good for earth, right? And think about that. I want to be less of a burden to the earth, little bit of less burden. So by reducing some amount of consumption, yeah. The capitalists and companies will, come after me, but that's okay. Okay, so with that, let's move to the next part of the program. Turn to page number 14. It is time for us to share the merits. And by coming to this practice today and doing this practice together, we have generated so much goodness, so much merits in our heart. And now it is time for us to share this good merits with everyone else. Let us think about all of our departed relatives, our ancestors, our family members, and good friends who have been so helpful to us, so loving and caring for us. Let's be grateful to them and share this goodness with them too. May all of them share these merits. May they be well and happy wherever they may be. Idan me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idan me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idan me ñātinang hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Let us also share these merits with all other living beings. If there's any person in this world who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ettavata ca amhehi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish of well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this awesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this awesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. Now we will do our blessing chant. We are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. We are going to chant the same sutra for you, wishing you good health, peace, and happiness in your life. May you be blessed with strength and courage to overcome difficulties in your life. May you have more mindfulness and wisdom to solve your problems and help many others. And you may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, your friends whoever need help. Recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya manta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamicche sanko joche sujoche suvacho chansa mudu anatimani santos sakoche subharoche ampakinyo Sallahu kabunti santrindriyo chanipako ampakambu kulesu ananugindo nachakundang samacari kinchiyena vinyu pari upavadeyam sukino vakemino hontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukitanta yeke chipane bhutanti tasavatarava anavasesadighava ye mahantava manjimarassakanukatula dittava yeva additta ye dure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavi siva sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitantana paro parang nikumbete nati manyet kanta chinang kanche vyarosana patiga sanyana manyas sedukka mincheye mata yata niyang puttang ayusa eka putta manurakke vampe sabba bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimanang මිත්තං ච සම්බ ලෝකස්මින් මාන සම්භාවයේ අපරිමාණං උත්තං අදෝච තිරියං ච අසම්බාධං අවීරං අසපත්තං තික්ඛං චරං නිසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ වායාව තස්ස විගත මිද්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිත්තේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාවෝ තිංච අනුපගම්ම සීලවා දස්සනේන සම්පන්නෝ කාමීසු විනීයකේ දං නහි ජාතු ගබ්බසෙයං පුනරේති තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොන්ති තේ හෝතු සම්බදායි තේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සම්බ රෝගෝ විනාශසතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සම්මේතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සම්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවත්වන්තරායු සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භව භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ. Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever kind deed that you happen to have done during your past week. Take a moment to reflect your past few days and recall to your mind an actual kind deed you did. Any instance where you were able to help someone, were able to listen to someone, or be kind to someone. Recall such an incident, even a simple act of kindness. Let us rejoice. This opportunity is to be kind to others. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere. everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. Think about an incident someone was kind to you, someone cared about you, or maybe you noticed someone's goodness in larger society. Recall such an actual incident. Let us rejoice the goodness of others. On this day, or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others, with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, we have announcements. I think we have general announcement and a special announcement. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah.
I'm Kalyani. I've been associated with this center for more than 15 years. And this center has changed my life forever in a good way. So I just wanted to convey that to you guys. I also would like to take this opportunity to thank our Bhantes. Thank you, Bhante, for your kindness and your guidance and everything every time. I also would like to welcome everybody, especially our Dharma friend who has come here today for the first time. This is a good place you guys will enjoy in the long term. On behalf of all the participants, I also would extend my gratitude to our honorable monks for their guidance, teaching today. Thank you, Bhante, again for your wisdom, support, and guidance. That's very, very important for us. We deeply appreciate your presence and commitment to the meditation practice. Our Buddhist centers serve as a place for refuge for peace-loving individuals and growing spiritual community. Together, under the guidance of our monk, we support one another in enhancing our well-being and spiritual growth. We are delighted to have you as a part of this community and encourage you to join our monthly and annual meetings, and we have that all the time. And let's continue to strengthen and develop our friendship. Our next main event is, I think,
Children's camp.
Children's camp, which is one month.
August 24th.
Okay, yeah. So the children come here, they do all kinds of activity. They basically learn what we are learning today. For the very beginning, they learn meditations and they really enjoy that camp very much. And that's very, very fruitful camp that when my daughter was young, she used to come here and she used to do that. It's really helpful. This center and our monks are sustained entirely the generosity of our friends and devotees. And if you would like to support the continuation of this program, as well as the well-being of the monk, you are most welcome to make any goodwill donation. The donation box is located outside, just outside the door. and you can give in any way. Additionally, we invite you to volunteer in keeping this center. The center, again, is totally supported by the devotee here. A lot of the friends and the sister and brother, they come here, they clean, they take care of the monks' day-to-day things, and the center actually cleaning and changing the flowers and doing a lot of things. So, you guys can volunteer anytime. Typically, we meet Tuesday, but that a lot of the time we kind of need your help before any kind of event and post-event, during the event, and things like that. So we welcome all the volunteer tasks such as cleaning, decorating, small maintenance job, gardening, graphic design, technology, and craft works. Anything you are expert, we are here to receive. And if you are interested, please speak to one of the monk and go from there. Okay. So again, thank you very much, and I would like to, look forward to see you guys every week here and become Dharma friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then my other small update is, I think since Bhante mentioned this is a rainy retreat where a lot of us know, but the new who came today, this 3 months from July full moon to October full moon, the Bhantes and all of us, the Bhante has given us the task, but they especially stay in the center and do the chanting for everybody's well-being, including insects and bugs and everybody that. And during the rainy retreat, they come, during the rainy season, they come and we accidentally kill them and things like that. We are not aware, but they pray for them so that they can liberate and things like that. So it's really, so during that time, we as a lay people support the monk for their feedings and food and drinks and other personal items like, the small things like razor to save the hair or the toothpaste to brush their, so all hygienic product and things like that. So we have a small group of email going that we have booked. The Wednesday group wanted to support Bhantes from week of August 16th through 22nd. And so whoever has signed up, thank you so much. Whoever is still interested, you can sign up. There's a 3 different lists. One list is the Saturday. That Sunday, we are going to come as a group and offer food to Bhantes. And then hold that group. We have a day every day. A couple of people can take and then bring the food for Bhantes. And then third list is like basically to get candles or lighters or some trays or some tissue papers. We have the items there and you can sign up and bring. But again, it's completely volunteer. You don't have to do it if you can't. But if you can, that is appreciated. Thank you again.
Thank you, Sister Kalyani, for sharing that. I also want to really thank you for those who actually help us with our first ever garage sale. Actually, we changed it to yard sale because we didn't have a garage. So thank you very much for everyone's help. It was really, really great, and it was really successful. I would really, and many people donated so many valuable items, and I was so happy to see how new people come and take these items and going to give them a new life in a new place. So it drove a lot of it drove some funds to the center, but at the same time it also help the sustainable earth. So thank you very much those who worked so hard. We needed a lot of volunteer help and many people helped. I really appreciate that. I was also really thinking about having a cookie party after this, but just happened to be that today's theme is moderate consumption. so hard in there, but another time. Yeah, so really thank you very much for everyone for your kind help. Those who join our YouTube, really appreciate your participation, your commitment, and look forward to see you again. I hope that you also remember the challenge for this week. Thank you, everyone. Good night to all. So please come to have a blessing history. Those who want to